Good morning, everyone.
Hey, y'all.
Good morning, millennial.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. I feel like I'm hungover all the time, and I don't want to complain about it, but like I really don't feel good.
I don't feel like we've been doing a lot of shows hungover, though. I feel like we've been doing shows like tired, not well,
Yeah.
bitch, went to Taylor Swift the night before,
Yeah.
went to a long dinner, but not like true hangover.
No, and because of my shows being tickets available at girlwithmyjob.com, because of my shows being on the weekends, like I really haven't drank it's like in a month.
Except for on your birthday 2 weeks ago. That was the last time we were hungover.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And Atlantic City.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Anyways, we are tired.
That's a long time.
A week and a half,
For
actually.
us.
A week and a half. And, sure.
No, the last time I had a drink was Saturday the 14th
Okay.
in Atlantic City.
And today is only
It's the 25th.
the
2 weeks.
25th.
It's 20
11
days.
days. A week and a half.
14th to the 25th. is
Saturday
11
to
days, yeah.
Wednesday. Week and a half.
Wow, feels like a lot longer.
Anyways, do you miss this feeling?
No, like not at all. My back hurts, and I'm now on my second Pedialyte, and like it's just not helping. I have like the throbbing pain in my forehead.
Oh, your first Pedialyte really didn't help.
I drank some last night too. Like,
That's a waste. A
yeah,
waste
I agree.
of precious goods.
And it was my red one, which is the better flavor.
It's such a waste to drink Pedialyte the night before. Like, you think you're being proactive, but it's just a waste of the goods.
No, I didn't take Advil before bed, which was my big
Advil,
mistake.
drink water, try and get as hydrated as possible, and then you'll suffer the consequences the next day. But they're inevitable, and you're wasting precious cargo if you're drinking Pedialyte at night.
Well, it was like I went to this birthday party where I thought I wasn't going to know anyone, and I literally ended up knowing everyone there. So like I was just like, it was perfect recipe for a good time, and I had a great time. I have no regrets. Like, this sucks, but I had a great time.
Yeah. The only regret is that it's only Wednesday. This week is just slowly carrying on, and it's a torturous week, you guys. But you know what?
You know who's to blame?
Taylor Swift.
She killed us on Sunday.
But also, the past 2 weeks of the toast have been unbelievable, record-breaking,
Premium.
hilarious, like never been better in all of our years of doing this.
So what we're basically trying to say is we might be taking tomorrow off.
No, it's just like, you know, you got to take the highs and the lows, and today is very much a low.
Yeah, I'm feeling very low, and even more low is like Mark Zuckerberg can't get his like fucking shit together, and Facebook Live is down, so we're only on YouTube today. So if you're hearing this, you already are on YouTube, so I don't know what the point of making the announcement was, but like tell your friends. If someone's like, where's the stream?
Or someone in like the Facebook groups like, is there the show today?
Yeah, like let's give them an extra 30 seconds because everyone is like late and slow all the time.
So go tell your friends to come to YouTube.
How do you see how many people are watching?
Very slow show.
How do you see how many people are? I never watch on YouTube.
You don't see.
They don't tell you?
Not right here.
YouTube. Who's the CEO of Google?
Someone who's like not as thirsty as Mark Zuckerberg because his name like stays out of the press.
Good for him. Like who
Yeah.
invented Google?
Like a team of people, I think.
That's just like who invented water. Do you know what I mean? It's like
No.
nobody invented it.
No, but it's like who invented the internet? Bill Gates.
Yeah.
So someone invented Google. He's just like doesn't really like to be in the public eye, I guess.
Good for him.
But Rebecca works at Google, so whenever like the CEO comes to speak, she always Instagram stories it. So I think I could pick him up, out of the lineup.
Like we know Jeff Bezos.
Because Jeff Bezos is a thirst monster general. And you know what? If I invented a piece of the internet, I would be so thirsty, like it would know no bounds.
Totally.
So I understand.
Oh, people can see it. There's 1,158 people watching. Hey, bitches.
Oh, that's great. Hey, bitches.
What up?
Okay, you know what? We've been giving you hour-long shows plus guest or no guest for the past 2 weeks, and today we're going to slow things down. So without further ado, please burp the other way.
I'm sorry. That was like that was a catastrophic burp.
I don't mind a burp, but just if you could turn your head.
I'm sorry.
I forgive you. Without further ado, here are the Fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast, and they are all celeb-filled because the celebs did not stop making news yesterday.
And like I'm done being smart. Can we go back to normal life, please?
Only when there's something to talk about.
Yeah.
I still will not talk about the fact that Pete Davidson commented on Ariana Grande's photo, this, that, and the other thing.
Totally.
That is
Instagram comments are no longer accepted as news stories.
Right. So I still will be going to CNN Money to hear what Elon is up to when there is a dry spell. But today, it has rained. And when it rains, it pours.
When it rains, it pours. Oh, when it rains, it pours.
Nice. Okay, first story is really sad. It's what
Monday morning, man, she woke up fighting mad. Bitching and moaning on and on about the time I'm going to say something controversial. I think it wouldn't be the first time.
Tell me something new.
I think Luke Combs is hot.
We already said that, and it's not controversial.
It's not controversial. Like
he
has big dick energy.
Totally.
Oh my God. Totally. He's the definition of big dick energy. When we saw him at Stagecoach, what was it? CMA Fest, I was like, damn, daddy, yes!
He was walking around that stage with his red Solo cup, like big dick swinging between his legs. That's why he was so slow. And he just did not give a fuck. And he's standing there, cup in hand.
I think he had dip in his mouth.
Yeah. Just harmonizing. It's like
hitting the notes.
He doesn't rehearse. See, they just throw him on stage and they're like, do your thing, Luke Combs.
Yeah.
It's really a sight to see.
And have you seen his girlfriend? She's like so hot.
And she's a toaster.
Yeah. Oh my God, she is.
So like, they're just goals. And I look forward to one day triple dating with them.
By the way,
because you know the boys would get along with him.
Oh my God, Zach and him? No, I really think I found my way like into the elite of country music, and it's through the spouses.
It is.
Because now I have Luke Combs' wife. Girlfriend. I have
Brian Kelly, not TPG's wife.
Brian Kelly. Oh, by the way, so when you're gone for a week, I've started booking some co-hosts.
I saw in the notes.
Jackie, where are you going, by the way?
I'm going
on a boat?
The coast of Europe on a boat.
Oh my God, you're gonna die.
I'm aware. I watched Below Deck last night. Oh my God, I caught up on All TV last night. I need to talk about Below Deck because I know you think it's the greatest show.
It's the best show alive.
And I hadn't watched.
Jackie, it's truly the greatest show.
No, the greatest show is this show.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry.
Of course, sorry.
And it's also like the story about a man who loses his morning show and has to rebuild at Talks by the River. Anyways, stop reading the comments.
How can you see that in my glasses?
Because you're like this.
I just want to see what people are saying.
I'm gonna have to confiscate your phone.
Okay, sorry.
Class is in session.
I'm sorry, Miss Oshry. Please don't take my phone away.
Okay, I watched Below Deck Med, which I hadn't watched since last season when I really liked Malia, and you said that she was a shit starter.
What?
But I hadn't seen all the episodes, so I was like, maybe I missed the part where she sucks.
Yeah.
But I know that I didn't. I watched last night's episode. Hannah is the worst.
So I didn't watch it, but Captain Sandy gets really mad at her, right?
Gets really mad at her, but she's pulling the shit that she always pulled. It's like she thinks she's too good to be working on a boat, so then don't work on a boat. Like the other girls are working so hard. She gets sick with an anxiety attack, so she has to take the day off. And some squeegee girl who does the boat sides has bronchitis.
Squeegee girl who does the boat sides. What? Squeegee girl who does the both sides. I'm crying. I knew exactly what you were talking about. Squeegee girl who does the both sides. Oh my God. I knew exactly who you were talking about, but I don't know her name. Because she's like so irrelevant.
She's so irrelevant. She's the token squeegee girl who does the both sides.
Right, there's always one girl on deck
who works with the men.
And she's like, I grew up with a lot of brothers. Like, I love to be in the water.
She was like, no, this was the weirdest thing she said.
Squeegee girl with the both sides.
So she has bronchitis, so she can't squeegee.
And she's actually sick.
No, she's actually sick. And they actually put her in, I think, a guest cabin because
It looks mad nice.
Yeah, she needed to be alone. And she said something so weird. She's like, I grew up horseback riding every day, so it's so hard for me to just not squeegee the boat. It was so weird. Like, I don't know.
I know what she meant. Like, I always work, so like me being away from work.
But she was being a horseback rider. Like, that is just like the most elite hobby you could possibly have.
Wait, go back to Hannah. Give me a brief synopsis.
So Hannah is having anxiety, and I guess like it's really bad, and it's causing her to throw up. She can't keep her food down, so she's just on her top bunk all day, like making her anxiety worse in her claustrophobic cabin. I don't understand. And like
those cabins,
laying around in her thong, but like the camera, like the permanent camera is right there, like up her vagina. It's so weird. She knew. It's just so strange. And she's dating like the younger guy.
Who's really cute.
So anyways, they're two people down. The guy who doesn't like onions is back chartering the boat. And they need to obviously make amends. And I saw the old Onion episode.
Okay.
So he brings these hats, #NoOnions, which is hilarious.
I saw that.
And the chef, Adam.
Yep.
Are all chefs named Adam?
No, just this one.
Oh my God, that's what Carol's boyfriend should do next, is be a chef on Below Deck.
Totally.
He's such like a operator.
He does not seem like a team player.
No, but it would be perfect.
Yeah.
Anyways, so he's trying to make amends, Onion Man, and so everybody's working OT for Kenny and his crew.
Except for
And
Hannah.
they're two people down, and things have never run smoother. Captain Sandy said it was the quickest beach picnic that they ever set up. Like, everything's going so well. The two girls who like Jowo are...
Joao. It's like JWoww spelled out.
Okay.
Like Joao.
The two girls who like Joao are just the only two stews,
Yep.
and they're working side by side harmoniously, no drama whatsoever. The brunette girl who's like really has her shit together
British.
is just like taking charge, and she's still with Joao. And also, do you know that she like Andy met her because she was working on a few boats that he chartered, and so I guess he put her on the show because she's so good at her
how did
job.
you find that out?
She was on Watch What Happens Live one time, and I happened to catch it.
By the way, is Andy on the Britney stage one of our stories?
Yes, of
okay,
course.
Good.
So everything's going so well because Hannah is not there. Then she finally gets better. She's like, you know what? I have to either leave the boat or I have to just put on a brave face from her illness, which it's like it's hard to glean how real her anxiety is because
we can't see
we can't hear the cough.
Right.
But she is throwing up a lot, and like clearly this is something that she struggles with. But I just don't think that being a chief stew is something that someone with anxiety should have, where they literally can't move
or leave.
You're trapped. So I don't know. I just don't think it's a great job choice for her.
Totally.
Anyway, she comes back and she's trying to like just work through it, and literally all she does is gossip, and then she's trying to like hang out with the patrons. She takes them on a boat thing, and she's like in their photos, like trying to flirt with the guy in front of his wife. Like,
and she hooked up with a guy last summer.
I know, Jason.
Yeah, he was hot.
Yeah, totally. And
Good
she's
for
just
her.
being like so inappropriate, and Captain Sandy's had it up to her ears. And like, you know what? I completely agree with Captain Sandy, and I hope she throws her.
No, Captain Sandy is the most rational boss.
She really
is. In the first
She's
season, I
King
thought
Solomon.
Well, we came from Captain Lee, who was like ruthless. You fuck up once, he gets you a ticket. Like so, ticket home. Like he was so ruthless. And then Captain Sandy in her first season was a little soft. But I feel like she's a really good captain.
She's a really good captain. Hannah is a horrible chief stew. They should promote.
No, Hannah takes advantage of her position. It literally feels like camp when like the group leaders would like sit and like not do anything and eat snacks all day, and like the counselors who get paid literally no money like are out in the fields.
And I feel like what happens is they do the show, they achieve a level of fame, they're being flown in for Watch What Happens Live, they're staying at the Gans, they become the people that they're serving, and now she's like, why the fuck am I cleaning up after these people?
Right.
I'm going on the boat with them, we're gonna take shots of tequila.
Yep.
Because she like doesn't think that she should be serving them anymore,
Right.
but then you're missing the point of the show.
Right, that's a good point.
So anyways.
But the reason, sorry, you're going to Europe. We took quite a...
Oh, I'm going to Europe.
But I'm out here, it's for 4 days, I think, or 5 days.
It's Monday to Friday in August. Third week of August.
So I feel like I'm always gone, so you get co-host, but like now you're never gone, and now you are, so I get co-host. So I've already booked 2 days with Taylor Strecker. I just feel like we need 2 days to catch up, and like everyone loves her. 1 day with the Points guy, and I need 2 more. I'm just so excited, like to have a co-host.
It's exciting.
It is.
But then you
Full
also
nerve-wracking.
realize that like no one can do this job.
No, and by the way, you realize that it's hard, and someone. I forgot who it was sat down and like gotten nervous. I'm like, what the hell are you nervous about? It's a tiny little web show.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But then like it's not. No,
Right.
The people that we've had can do the job, but it's hard to find people. Like, first, also, no one lives in New York. And it's
I really
hard
wanna
to
get
find
Stassi.
someone who is like
Aware,
relevant
yeah.
and that people know and that like is a host.
And that knows what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
It's not an easy job.
No, it's not an easy job. So it's interesting to try and find co-hosts. I'm jury's still out on if we're doing a show Friday. The way this week is going, like it's just not looking
I'm
promising.
going to be in Phoenix sweating my absolute dick off, and I don't know if the show's sold out. I think it might be, but head to girlwithnojob.com.
And considering we keep saying like we were going to do summer Fridays, we've actually never worked harder in the summer. So I don't feel bad taking a Friday off.
No, me neither. And we did say we were going to do summer Fridays.
And we never
But that was
did.
back when we had the backing of a media company.
No, we said it here too.
Did we?
Yeah, and then we never did. So this might be our first summer Friday, you guys.
Also, all the people shouting, Barstool people, just for the record, every time I ask them, ever since, our big scandal, they said no. So like...
Oh, really?
Yeah, they can grab a spoon.
Grab a spoon. I never asked anyone, but now I know I won't.
I feel like we were talking about something and we got derailed.
We were talking about...
Before the co-host thing.
Before the co-hosting. I was about to jump into the Fast Five.
I was singing Luke Combs.
Yeah. Okay.
Brian Kelly. That's how we did it. Oh my
Okay.
God, we finally, okay. So I was saying that our way into the country music elite, like backstage with CMAs, is going to be through the wives. So Brian Kelly, who's one of the members of Florida Georgia Line, his wife, are they married?
Yeah.
She is now in my DMs. I have Mrs. Luke Combs. I have Lauren Elena. Like, we're slowly getting there.
We're slowly infiltrating Ray Lynn,
Mara
Maris,
Kelsey. We're totally apart. We need to get to Brad Paisley.
Carly Parse.
Carly Parse.
Will
We were just
always
talking
be
about her. By the way,
friend
her
of the
shit is
show's.
good.
So good.
I feel like I slept on it for a while, but Hide the Wine is so good.
She opened
And
for Dan and Shay Rascal Flatts.
Yes, I know. Every little thing is amazing. I remember every little thing.
Okay, we need to get into the Fast Five stories because a lot has gone down. Specifically, Demi Lovato overdosed yesterday.
Oh my God. I was, when you posted it on our Instagram, I didn't even see it. I was so shook. Because, like, I feel like when you're open about your sobriety, like, you're so much more vulnerable and, like, open to criticism. And, like, I just, like, I don't know. I was just, like, so shook by it.
It's so shocking. There have been a lot of contradicting reports, sort of. But right now, she is stable after being hospitalized following an apparent overdose. So at first, TMZ reported that it was a heroin overdose, and they used Narcan to stabilize her.
By the way, Narcan is the craziest thing.
What is it?
It's literally like a heroin reversal, and if they find you in time, it's like an EpiPen. They like inject you with it. You literally come back to life.
Wow.
I learned about it in Shameless because one of the guys is a EMT, and he doesn't ever have enough of it, and like literally every like service person like has to carry it.
That's so crazy.
It's the craziest drug.
So,
it's literally magic.
While TMZ reported that the overdose was heroin-related, a source close to Lovato claims to People that it is not.
Oh.
Lovato has battled addiction, mental illness, and disordered eating for years. In 2010, she entered treatment where she was treated for bipolar disorder, bulimia, self-harm, and addiction. She relapsed after she left the treatment center, then entered a sober living facility a year later.
Do you know she was living in a sober living facility while she was a judge on X Factor?
Yes.
She was like in a halfway, not a halfway house, what's it called? Like before you go home after rehab, it's like an in-between.
Yeah.
And she was literally going home to this like bunk bed while she was making $25 million on X Factor.
That's so crazy.
I know.
So one, we heard that she overdosed on heroin. Then I read something, I think it might have been in the Toast, that she overdosed on Oxycontin. But then would that require Narcan to revive you?
I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not 100% sure. So it's unclear what happened. All we know is that we're thinking of her. And the whole world is really praying for her. And like, it's just so sad because I feel like because she's been so reading the comments all the time.
Because you want to know why? I'm sorry. I'm not, because YouTube comments disappear and I want to see what people are saying.
What are people saying?
You need to check up this Squeegee Girl on Instagram. She had a glow up since the show. Her name is Jamie.
She was beautiful even with bronchitis.
Yeah. People are saying Stassi would be the best, which she really would. If she was in New York, I would pay her $1,000 from the company. Not on me, not my personal. Sorry, I just want to say. Someone heard that it was opioids.
Okay.
That Demi overdosed on. Relapse is very common while becoming sober, and because you haven't had any drugs in a long time, a little amount of drugs can affect you way more than it normally would.
Yeah.
Narcan can work on any opioid.
Narcan works on oxy too. Okay, so it could have been a lot of different things. It's just really sad, and I mean, she's just so open about it that I feel like we're all on this journey with her, you know, as opposed to like if all this time she never put out that song Sober where she told us that she wasn't sober anymore and like she was pretending to like still be sober, and then this happened, I think it would be even more shocking. But like when you watch her documentary and like she talks about how every single day she has to like keep herself busy to not think about like drugs or food or all these other things that she battles addiction with, like that's so tiring.
I know, that's why she's like, I literally work out, I do martial arts for 6 hours a day.
But like,
so when I heard the news, I was obviously really sad about it, but like what made me even more sad is like the level of celebrities that just like tweeted about it and like just were like wishing her well. It really made me realize how like she really is like a good person, and like she doesn't really have beef with anyone. Like we heard that she had like a falling out with Nick Jonas, but like not like stupid beef. Like Kim tweeted about her, like literally everyone I feel like, except she does have beef with Selena, but like I understand.
And I think she has beef with Taylor Swift too.
Through Selena, like her and Selena just can't be friends anymore for obvious reasons. Like if she's living like this sober life and Selena like is just not, I totally understand. But like it was just really impressive like how many people were just like sending her positive thoughts. And then I was just thinking like she really is like not now obviously, but she's like a good role model like for kids, and like
but she still is a good role model because like she's at least honest about all of this.
Right.
Like
some people just overdose.
So many people in Hollywood do drugs, are addicted to drugs, and then step out on the red carpet and pretend to be like a teen idol. And she is just real with people, and like I think she helps a lot of people feel like they can relate to her.
Or like talk about their addiction openly. No, I like really like have so much respect for her, and her documentary was amazing. I just wish she sang in it a little bit more. And when she said that thing, like I literally have to wake up every day and just try not to think about all the things I'm addicted to. It was just like so shook worthy.
And like after 6 years of being sober, like that's tiring.
Yeah. So no, it's like it's really sad, and like I just couldn't believe how many celebrities, every single person on my timeline.
Yeah.
Like Kim.
Well, they're good friends.
Because Demi has always come to bat for Kim.
I totally agree.
Curvy girls stick together.
I love their relationship.
Me too, actually. Except I did read a blind.
Ooh.
It was really sad, actually.
What did you say?
It was like when something about like body positivity, and Demi said something about Kim like being like a curvy girl, like really like it was an empowering thing. And I don't know where I read this, but it was like a note basically being like, don't call me fat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
It's like, is Kim curvy? I don't know, because she's really skinny and she has like a fake fat ass. So like.
No, but like she has a curve.
Right. But curvy means more like full figured.
No, now it means full figured, but technically curvy means you're not this,
right.
You're this.
And I don't know if I would consider Kim curvy.
But Kim is the definition of, she is curvy, but now just curvy has
a different meaning.
Taken
fair,
on a new term.
So Demi's still in the hospital.
Demi's in the hospital.
We haven't heard from her.
No, but her people say that she's stable and she's with her family. TMZ reported that she OD'd after partying all night long. I feel like there's two different stories coming out. Like TMZ kind of has like the real story because they like work with the police.
And like they have a mole in the hospital disguised as a nurse.
Right, but then, you know, Demi's people kind of just like want to keep it
low key and she's always been super honest with her fans, but like it's literally the day of. Everyone needs to relax.
Everyone needs to relax, and I don't expect to have answers, and I look forward to her recovery and hearing from her soon.
But like when that picture of her leaving a club, like in the middle of the night with not with G-Eazy, but like right after G-Eazy, like G-Eazy does not give me good vibes, and he definitely is like not a good, you know, influence on a sober person.
Were they even together? No.
And he said they were together inside.
Oh.
But they didn't leave together. That picture was false. So like I feel like we knew something bad was coming. I just didn't know it was going to be this.
Yeah, and I think even she knew it when she sang that song and then put it out.
Right, but you know, when you think that when someone puts a song out, that it's like, it's behind them. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't put a song out in the middle of a bender.
Yeah. No, but she did because that's how real she is with her fans. And
she's so real.
It's commendable, and I just hope she gets the help that she needs.
Me too, I really feel for her. And like, I can't get over how many people were just like no one in Hollywood cares about each other, but like everyone cares about Demi Lovato. And I feel like everyone really like empathizes for people with addiction.
Yeah, especially people who are honest about it.
Right, that's the whole thing. It's like, honestly, she would be a great friend for Selena.
Right, but Selena doesn't want help.
No, and Demi is not in a place where she can take on someone else's burden.
And the first step is acceptance, and she can't do that.
But someone put something in the Toasters group. Her Fabletics ads are like still running on Instagram stories. It like says that it's like her Instagram story, but it's like promoted. It's like, come on, guys, really.
Oh, that's not so bad. Like,
no, it's just like
there are worse cases
it's
of
just
that.
So, it's like that's just the world that we live in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How like things go on. Do you know what I mean? It's so weird.
But sometimes it's like so grossly inappropriate. This isn't.
No, and by the way, it wasn't on purpose. I'm sure it's like a promotion that they have running for months, and they didn't think to like stop it.
Yeah, but also it's not like she's promoting like healthy living.
Right. Oh, true.
You know?
It's not good for the brand.
Right. Okay. Next story is exciting. Karlie Kloss is engaged to Joshua Kushner. Quote, their hearts are full.
Their ring is huge.
Supermodel Karlie Kloss and her boyfriend Joshua Kushner are engaged after 6 years of dating. A source close to the couple confirmed their engagement to People, saying, quote, he proposed a few weeks ago during a romantic weekend together in upstate New York.
Cute.
The source adds, they're both overjoyed and happily celebrating. Their hearts are full and they're excited to build their future together. Wait, if he proposed a few weeks ago, then like, why is she acting like it just happened now? Saying like, I'm getting all these messages, like your close friends and family must have already known, no?
Yeah, that's weird. True.
Kloss confirmed the news on Instagram, posting a sunset selfie of her new fiancé. Quote, I love you more than I have words to express, she wrote. Josh, you're my best friend and my soulmate. I can't wait for forever together. Yes, 1,000,000 times over.
So there's two levels to this story.
Yes.
One is the beard of it all. That the blinds say that both of them are gay, and they're both just like, you know, they're perfect together because they get to, it makes sense. Karlie Kloss is a supermodel. Jared Kushner comes from Josh Kushner comes from like a very wealthy, like socialite family. Like it makes sense that they would be dating. But the fact that they're both gay, it's like, it's the perfect cover up, like for real. The second level is just like the connections.
The president?
Right, so like this is all I can think about.
Do you know that Ivanka commented on her picture saying like, so happy, sister, exclamation point.
No, it's so weird. Like, do you think Taylor Swift and Donald Trump are going to be in the same room? I don't think Donald is going to go.
For the wedding?
He's not going to go.
I don't know.
Like, there was a girl that I knew, I forget how, but like the guy that she married was like distantly related to Ivanka, and Ivanka's family, I don't know. Ivanka was supposed to be at the wedding, but she didn't go because she didn't want to like take attention away from the bride, and it was like a whole thing. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I don't know. I feel like they wouldn't go.
No, here's the
it
comparison.
Would just be so crazy. And then I read the most disgusting tweet that I have to share.
Okay, wait.
Obviously written by some bitch who works at the Daily Beast.
Okay, here's the comparison. it's like I'm engaged and me inviting Trump me inviting Ben's parents to
Is
the
that what
wedding
it is
like them inviting
Oh,
Trump.
so it's like pretty close.
Yeah.
Like obviously Ben's parents.
No, obviously Ben's parents are invited.
Wait, that's so no, it's so weird.
Honestly, it's less likely that Taylor Swift is invited because they're not friends right now.
Oh, right. No, but just like the caliber of people that Karlie's friends with, like just being in the same room as Donald Trump is like not a good association. Like they're gonna kill each other. There's gonna be murders. Wait, I have to read you this tweet. Like I've been following like all these Taylor Swift fan accounts, and I follow this girl who's just like so. Like, she's definitely like an older. What's her name? I feel like it's Rachel. This tweet was so mean. Okay, so let me find it. Give me 10 seconds. 9. Here. So when they got engaged, this girl, Olivia, who works for the Daily Beast, which as we all know is the devil, and she was like, at Karlie Kloss and Josh Kushner's wedding, Taylor will have a wild affair with the best man, Jared Kushner, and then write a song about it. And Trump will assault and get sued by Taylor, and then he'll get fired. Like,
wait, what? Wait. Read that again.
Okay, sorry. I'll just read it word for word.
Yeah.
So at Karlie Kloss and Josh Kushner's wedding, one of two things will happen when Taylor Swift and Donald Trump meet. Taylor will have a wild affair with the best man, Jared, and write about it. 2, Trump will be gross and assaultive and then get sued by Taylor like she did that DJ. Like, oh my God, everyone hates Taylor Swift. What a disgusting thing to say about someone. First of all, like, that she would start having an affair. Like, whatever. Like,
that's horrible.
It's a horrible tweet, and it's so condescending, and I feel like literally feminism applies to everyone except Taylor Swift. People are so mean to Taylor Swift.
No, but it's like, that's so far-fetched. And like,
Wait, it's not even funny.
No, here's what...
If you're going to be like that offensive, be funny.
Here's what happened to this girl. She found out Karlie Kloss and Josh Kushner are engaged.
And that Josh Kushner
She was like, what subversive thing can I say that's going to go viral, that's going to bring in the biggest people in the world, Taylor Swift, Donald Trump, and I'm viral.
Right, like, and also Taylor Swift didn't like just get that DJ fired because she felt like it. Like, he's disgusting. And I'm sure she saved a lot of other girls from getting their asses grabbed.
This is truly like so crazy.
This story is so crazy. I feel like they're not going to end up getting married.
I feel like they might. They've been together for a really long time.
Did you ever see those paparazzi pictures of them fighting?
No.
My favorite thing is paparazzi catching celebrities fighting.
Did you see the ones of Eunice and Courtney fighting?
Yes.
And the ones of Rihanna and her boyfriend.
Yes, she was like, no, paparazzi photos of couples fighting is the best thing ever. Oh my God, we need to start an Instagram account of paparazzi pictures of celebrities fighting. And it's like, it looks like a really serious argument. I remember seeing it like a couple years ago, but they really have been together. That's why I know they've been together for so long, because I remember seeing that picture like in high school.
Yeah, no, they've been together for so long, and there's always been like times, are they together, are they not? And I just feel like they lead, I don't know, they lead interesting lives. But I do think that they will get married. Did you read The Blinds, though? And Deblinded.
No, what did he say?
That basically, like, there will be a wedding, but they, like, won't consummate the marriage.
Of course, no.
And
no, I
think it's going to be a lavish affair.
I would literally
they should get married at the White House.
Pay $7 million to be a fly on the wall at that wedding. Actually, I don't want to be a fly if I'm paying $7 million. I want to be a guest with a camera.
Be their guest. Be their guest.
Put our service to the test. No, it's just like, this is the type of thing that I live for.
No, this is the type of thing that generation, like...
It's like the royal wedding.
Yeah, and it's like, when we look back on, like, I don't know, like, Jackie O, like these major people marrying each other.
And this major moments.
Right. This is one of those moments.
Yeah.
Assuming the wedding happens. Where do you think that they will get married?
Definitely like on like outdoors, like Wyoming vibe.
Do you think our rabbi is going to marry them?
So the Kushners are Jewish, and people are saying that
she converted.
Did she?
I only read that in the Challah Toasters.
I don't know if that's true.
And I didn't see it anywhere else. I don't know if it's true. But if Ivanka had to convert, why would he not have to make his wife convert?
I don't know. Karlie Kloss just doesn't seem like the converting type. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. But I guess if she doesn't convert, then they won't have like a traditional Jewish wedding, and Rabbi Luxine will not be marrying them.
I don't know. We'll see.
That's
what I'm looking forward to. Like, is it going to be a Jewish wedding?
I feel like it has to be. They're a very Jewish family.
They're like so Jewish.
Wow.
And they both married non-Jews.
But Ivanka is so Jewish.
She converted.
Now.
Yes.
And never forget that Jared Kushner was born a snitch, as Anthony Bourdain said.
He was what?
He said that he was born a snitch.
What does that mean?
That he's a snitch.
To who?
He's a snitch.
Who does he snitch on? And to what?
And
about what? When did Anthony Bourdain say that?
Right before he died.
Oh, in that interview.
He said Jared Kushner was, quote, born a snitch. Him and Margot should hang out.
I don't think there's anything more insulting than actually seriously calling someone a snitch. That just means you have like no loyalty and that you're like just want to please people and you're an asshole.
But snitch isn't a snitch. She's just a snitch. You know? What are the comments saying now?
Sorry. They're saying, does Karlie actually know how to code? Karlie in like recent years has changed like her branding from like a model to like a tech computer scientist, and she like started this brand Coding with Karlie that like teaches. It's actually like a good it's a good brand. Like they help girls become like engineers and computer science, whatever. But she apparently like knows how to code like websites, but I'm just not buying it.
And she also like has a cookie brand.
Oh yeah, and I'm not buying that either. Skinny bitch doesn't eat cookies.
Yeah.
It should be like lettuce with Karlie, you know?
Yeah. Actually, I feel like she maybe eats. She just seems like she was born
Well,
this
she's
way.
so tall that like I feel like if she eats a cookie, like it gets to her, like it gets to her. No, it gets to her diarrhea like 6 days later. That's how tall she is. That's how long it takes the cookie to travel.
Yeah. I'm not worried about her. Anyways, this is very exciting news, and I look forward to watching this story play out and hearing more about the wedding festivities.
It's too much for me. Like all of the roads converging at this wedding, it's too much.
It's too much. It's exciting though. It's an exciting time to be alive.
Like if they really cared about us, they would live stream the wedding, but whatever.
No, they won't. But like they'll definitely have some like AP photographer.
It'll be on Vogue.
And it'll be on NT.
Oh, of course.
We'll know what goes down.
I wonder if any of NT's sources will be guests.
I just hope it's soon-ish.
Ish, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, it took them like literally 8 years to get engaged, so like don't hold your breath.
Yeah. Okay, next story. Andy Cohen completely loses it over Britney Spears. So if any of you are on Instagram, you saw that Andy Cohen got a piece of Britney Spears on Tuesday night. Joining the pop star on stage at Radio City Music Hall, the Watch What Happens Live host got down on all fours as Spears walked him with a leash while performing her 2007 hit Freak Show. Following the set, Cohen bowed down to the sexy singer. Quote, I think you all know who this is. Give it up for him, Spears exclaimed, appearing to forget the Bravo honcho's name. After signing a t-shirt for Cohen, as he left the stage, Spears turned to the audience and said, ow, ears, he's loud. This isn't the first time Cohen has crossed paths with Spears, telling the Bravo's Daily Dish he greeted the mother of two with her signature catchphrase in 2013. I said, it's Britney, bitch, when she walked into the room. He said, I've always wanted to say that to her.
Well, it's so funny because I read Andy's books, and in every single book, he talks a lot about just like the development of Watch What Happens Live, like from beginning to now. And like one of their biggest milestones is and they still haven't, they're trying to get Britney on Watch What Happens Live. Someone said you have a spot on your leg. I don't know what they're talking about. You look fine. Oh, it's the camera.
Eat my ass.
So like a guest that Watch What Happens Live has been really trying to get ever since their inception, and they still haven't, is Britney. And they got super close once in the book they were talking about. And Andy actually recently tweeted before this happened, like about how they're working super hard on getting Britney. Like when they get Britney, like the show will have to end. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think they're going to get Britney.
Me neither.
Because
Britney doesn't do interviews.
Britney doesn't do
anything.
Anything.
Well, so I just think it's so weird that she was doing a show at Radio City Music Hall. I feel like she hasn't done a show outside of Vegas in like 30 years.
And also, like, she's Britney Spears and she's performing at Radio City Music Hall.
I know, it's a little sad.
It's a little sad. The whole thing is sad. And did you see that story that the comedian did, her conspiracy theory about Britney Spears?
Which comedian?
I think her name is Heather McMahon or something.
Heather McDonald?
No. She is, you would love her. She has this whole, I think it might be 100-part story about her theory about what's going on with Britney, because she shows all these photos, like, the pictures that Britney posts on Instagram, like, are not okay.
No, and those videos are out of control.
Everything she posts, and it's like, who's doing this to her?
Well, you remember, like, when she went south, everything that all of her money, all of her real estate is in, like, a trust that her dad controls, and her dad is, like, not a good guy.
Well, is her dad making her wear tiny Sophie shorts and have
No,
tiny furniture
that's on
in her
her
gym?
Well, honestly,
Is her dad making her wearing 3-day-old eye makeup?
If you lived in Nevada, you would wear tiny Sophie shorts too.
Well, it's
no, the makeup is weird. And
everything. So basically, you have to watch this woman's story. I think I need to get her name right.
She's literally a robot, Britney. Like, she just does the show in Vegas, and like she's just a robot.
So Heather says that she is dead behind the eyes. She said that her theory is that something traumatic must have happened to her when she was about 18 because she has not matured past that age.
That's very true.
Yeah. Her name is Heather McMahon.
Okay.
And she is so funny. She was also like, she said that one time when she was living in New York City, she found 3 tickets on the floor outside of Madison Square Garden to a Britney Spears concert. No shit. They were like front row seats, so she brought 2 of her friends, and they're standing in the front row waiting for Britney, and she got the whole stadium to chant, "Let's go Tigers, LSU," for 15 minutes.
This girl, Heather?
This girl. And she's so funny.
That
Anyways,
is so
her theory
funny.
is that there's something wrong with Britney. No one's talking about it. She's wearing 3-day-old eye makeup every single day. She has tiny furniture in her gym. She's wearing little Sophie
tiny
shorts.
furniture
She
is so
hasn't
weird.
matured past the year 2001 because something traumatic must have happened to her. No one is talking about it. And it's like, yeah, I feel like she goes on stage and people are like moving her arms from up top.
For her. She's a puppet.
So why won't they just let her retire?
I don't know, because she's making money hand over fist now.
Is she?
From Vegas? Oh my God.
Okay, sure, but she has money hand over fist.
You
and
know,
it doesn't seem like
no,
she
I'm saying
requires
she
a lot
doesn't
of
need,
money.
No, I'm saying, like, I agree with you. She's fine financially. I don't know. She's not in control of her own life, and it's really sad. Like, she's not in control of her own money. She's not in control of, like, her own kids. Like, she literally has no control, and that's why I feel like she's just completely let go, like, of her mental state, and, like, she's a robot.
That's so sad. Like, there's a robot amongst us, you guys, and, like, no one wants to help it.
And I feel like her management team is really just trying to make her this, like, and she really is. She's a pop legend. She's up there with, like, Mariah. She's there.
Let's leave it at that.
But I feel like they think if she stops working, then she won't be that anymore. So, like, honestly, I think before she did her Vegas residency, she was just a pop star, and then now that she's done a Vegas residency, she's an icon. It's concrete.
I think she was an icon before her Vegas residency, and every single night videos come out from her Vegas residency of her being puppeteered.
Yeah,
and
dancing like a freak, yeah.
And looking sideways and lip syncing. And I think it's actually damaging her career because I think she actually at one point was an amazing singer, an amazing dancer, and now what she's being remembered for is for being an amazing puppet.
Yeah, it's like the jig is up.
The jig is fucking up.
She should just retire and, like, do what makes her happy, like, hang out with her kids.
Yeah, live in, like, on a ranch somewhere and be set for
life.
Like
these videos that she puts out, hey kids, wanna play? It's like Stepford Wives. Yeah, mom.
No.
And there's videos of them, like, chasing each other outside. What kid plays like that?
I'm telling you, Christopher Walken put a robot inside of her, and now she's a Stepford wife.
Yes, by the way. When did we watch? Oh, we just watched Stepford Wives. We just rewatched Stepford Wives, and I remember watching Stepford Wives as a kid and thinking it was A, like, a kind of a scary movie, and B, like, just like an epic, like a movie that defines our generation. And then rewatching it as an adult, it's like a little stupid. It's still a great movie.
I love it.
It's an amazing movie, but, like, I think I missed a lot of the sarcasm in it as a kid. Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
Watching movies that you loved as a kid can be, like, kind of depressing as an adult because, like...
No, or the opposite.
Yes.
It's like, wow, there's all this stuff that I didn't even know.
Clueless.
I was laughing about.
Clueless. I can't participate in an activity where balls fly at my nose. I had no idea what she was talking about when I was a kid. Now I know she's talking about testes.
I remember when I first saw Hairspray, and I guess Amber calls Tracy a whore. And I didn't know, I had never heard the word before. I was like, she's calling her poor, right? Why'd she say it like that? And I forgot who we were watching with, they were like, no, she's not calling her poor, but they wouldn't tell me what she was calling her.
Right.
So I was like, she calls her poor.
No,
There's no other word that rhymes with or that's an insult.
I really learned a lot from, like, TV. Like, I learned what rape was from Degrassi, because a girl got raped. And that was the last episode we were allowed to watch.
I think the TV that you watch growing up really defines who you are
100%.
as a person.
I had a friend, I don't remember who.
I need to make, like, a list of movies that my children must watch in order to, like, be on the same wavelength as me.
No, I feel like we really grew up watching, like, That's So Raven. Like, I feel like That's So Raven really shaped me as a human being. Because that is So Raven. And so am I.
Hannah Montana shaped me as a human being.
Totally.
There's no doubt about it. But also, like, Legally Blonde shaped me as a human being. Clueless shaped me as a human being. Like, truly, truly, truly. And I just hope that my children have the same appreciation for those films. You know?
Yeah.
What is going on in the comments now?
Well, people are saying there's some drama in the TIA, and I don't know what they're talking about.
I know what they're talking about.
What?
Oh my
the
God.
TIA is one of our toaster subgroups,
Claudia,
and they call it, like, the CIA. They, like, investigate shit and, like, find people's addresses. It's so fucking wild.
I know what
you
they're
never want to be a topic in the TIA. What are they talking about?
It's horrible. Okay, so this girl was in somewhere, maybe it was even, like, Scottsdale, somewhere for a bachelorette party this weekend. And they met up, as you do, with, like, a group of guys, and they were all together, like, the whole day at a pool party. And she, like, fell in love with this guy. They, like, had a day together. And so she only had pictures with him, and the phone number that he put in, like, wasn't working, or maybe she didn't want to text him, but she didn't, like, have his full name. So she put the pictures in, the phone number that she thought it was, and maybe his first name or something. Was like,
she had all the information, gave it to the TIA.
Gave it to the TIA. He was like, can you guys help me find my soulmate? We had the best day
If
together.
you ever need something, like, you need to find a name or a face, put in the TIA.
Okay, so they had the best day together, and she wants to find the man of her dreams so that they continue, like, their love story. And the TIA finds him. He's married. She messages the wife, telling her,
Did her and the guy, like, make out and stuff?
They made out,
Okay.
and there's videos of everything. And so she messages the wife being like, hey girl, I just want you to know, like, I was with your husband this weekend, like, he told me he was single, and, like, we were together all day, like, I have videos I don't want to show you, but, like, I just thought, girl to girl, like, you should know. And she was like, send me the videos, send me everything. And it's, like, videos of them like making out. They didn't do more than make out, maybe like a butt grab and a boob grab, but like the woman,
Standard stuff.
the wife was there, what basis did you go to? Like, how far did it go? She was like, just that. We were just together all day. The wife was like, did the friends that he was with, like, know? And she was like, yeah, we were all together. Like, 1,000% they knew. And it's like those friends that he was with are like her friends too. And they all just came home and like lied to her. Oh. And I don't know what's going to happen. They have a cat together. They've been together. They've been married for 6 years and like together
do they
for
have
9.
Kids?
They do not have kids.
Good. Fuck him. Go find someone else. And let him have the cat. Cats are gross.
And it's legit so crazy.
The TIA is insane. I literally, like, I hope I'm never the subject of a TIA investigation. They're ruthless.
They're ruthless.
But I learned a lot from them. I got that at Mr. Number. It's the best thing ever.
Oh, I haven't needed it yet because all the unknown numbers that call me are telling me about my car insurance, and I don't even have a license.
Totally.
So I'm on to you. Anyway,
the TIA is so fucking crazy.
The TIA is wild. I was reading the messages last night, and it's like the woman wanted all the information. Like, she wasn't being one of those women like...
She wasn't being Luann.
No, or like the last time this happened, there was like some confusion, and it's like literally the man took over the girl's Facebook and was like, we're fine, she's fine, everything's fine.
Oh God.
Scary.
No, good for this girl.
Good for this girl.
And good for everyone for doing the right thing.
She's going to come with all the receipts.
Yeah.
And she's going to leave his ours.
Wow, that's so crazy.
And they live in Canada, so I don't know what like the divorce laws are, but maybe if like you've had an affair, like then she'll get all the
money. Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, next up, Odell Beckham Jr. has been baptized in Jerusalem after being accused of paying for sex.
What?
So I call this one bittersweet.
Okay.
Odell Beckham Jr. is on a new path. The 25-year-old NFL star was baptized in Jerusalem this week, according to a series of Instagram photos. One photo shows the blonde athlete being dunked in a body of murky water by a priest. Other snaps show him flexing his muscles and visiting tourist sites. Fresh start, he captioned the photos. What a time. He also added the hashtag #Unforgiven. I couldn't have asked for anything more, he also said of his trip to the Middle East. God, I can't thank you enough for this one. My journey is just beginning. All of this positivity follows a slew of stories accusing the New York Giants wide receiver of naughty illegal behavior. The Post reported that a man already suing the athlete for $15 million over an alleged assault earlier this year has evidence Beckham attempted to pay a woman $1,000 for sex. A rep for the baller said Mr. Beckham denies the recently added allegations and further denies any wrongdoing whatsoever related to the alleged incident.
So funny. Like, Odell Beckham Jr. got baptized in the same place Northwest did.
Right.
That episode of Kardashians when they're in Israel and Kim is like wearing that head thing and she's like in this church where Jesus walked. And
they're on the balcony and they were like, did Jesus walk here? And they were like,
yeah, on this balcony. And Kim is just, North is like crying in the thing and like getting baptized by that really like old scary priest. That was epic.
That was epic. It's just like crazy. Odell Beckham Jr., 25, prime of his career, so cute, still has to pay for sex.
Yeah, that's the thing with celebrities. Like, I guess if you're paying for sex, that and celebrities definitely use like good companies. Like the girls can't take pictures, and like you're probably more protected. They get like STD tested.
You can get what you want.
Right. Whereas like if you pick up a random girl in a bar, like she's definitely going to take a picture of you, tell her friends, tell everything, and she could have a disease, and like there's just so many things.
And she might not be down for your level of freak.
So actually, I kind of understand celebrities paying for sex. The smart ones.
I don't know. It's illegal.
Well, yeah, but so is like heroin, but everyone does it.
I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't. That's like the great part about being a celebrity. Like you don't have to pay for anything.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if you're like.
If you were like super famous, what would your favorite part about being a celebrity?
Ooh. I feel like just having like a car waiting for me everywhere I go.
That is such a good call.
You know?
No, celebrities, like a car and driver, like ready to go whenever they're ready to leave. That is it. I feel like if I want to leave, first of all, I have to like say bye to everyone. Celebrities don't. And then I have to like get an Uber.
And then I have to wait outside for my Uber, and then I see the people I said bye to.
Right, it's like so awkward. Or you're leaving with someone, like you both walk the same way, and it's just like so uncomfortable. Celebrities don't have to deal with that.
An Escalade to get right into, I think
with like the air conditioning already on.
And like some snacks and a bottle of water, things would be simpler.
Wow. I think I have the same answer.
Underrated.
Also, just like having people work for you, like people who's 24/7 their job is just like make sure you're like happy.
No, or like just having someone like, oh, I have this idea, like how do we make it happen, as opposed to like me having to go on Google and like figure stuff out.
Right, like totally. Like I could have just
Logistics,
been like, hey, I want to put on a camp for all my followers, and then like someone would do it.
Yeah, like if Kris Jenner was like your manager, and you're like, hey, Kris, like let's do Camp Toast. Camp Toast would be done. Camp Toast is almost done, you guys.
It is.
We have a few more pieces to work out, but I think maybe Patreon members can expect
next week
tickets Monday.
Let's not promise anything because the only things we're waiting on is like legal stuff, and that stuff does take a while.
Yeah, and that's the most important stuff because we want to make sure we're all buttoned up.
Yeah.
Because we're not fucking around.
Liability wise.
Anyways.
What a weird story about Odell Beckham Jr.
Right, and
remember when there were rumors that he was dating Zendaya? I was so here for that.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
I know.
I just feel like, okay, you paid for sex. Like, that's not cute. But, you know, you're trying to redeem yourself. This is a really good place to start. Like, nothing like a baptism in Jerusalem for a clean slate.
Can I say something controversial again?
Totally. It better be controversial.
It is,
time.
actually. I don't really get why prostitution's illegal. Let me explain.
I understand. I know what you're going to
Both parties are willing and able, and they're both down. And which part is worse? Is it that the person is paying for sex or that someone's getting paid to have sex? Because I don't know. I just think it's like, let people do it. Like, it kind
It's
of
your body.
Like, this is a free country. You can do anything you want except pay for sex. Like, it's just so weird. Do you know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying, and I've thought about it before because it's your body. You can use it to be a model and get paid for that. So why can't you use it however you want and get paid for that?
Exactly.
But I think the problem is, and I'm no lawmaker, but I think it's like, if prostitution were illegal, how terrible it would become, and like women being forced into prostitution. Like, I think the act of it being illegal. Okay, you want to pose a question and then not listen to the answer?
I would love to have you
I think
finish.
the act of it being illegal stops it from so much worse things
Like
happening.
spiraling.
In countries where it's not illegal, like then you have like all of these
Red light district.
yeah, and like people, you know, kidnapping young girls and forcing them into
It's like the broken window
prostitution.
theory.
And it's like it's a very
Slippery slope. Okay, I feel that. But you agree with me though that like besides from what could happen because of it, like just the act of prostitution like should not be illegal.
But I think that's why the term escort is so favored because it's not illegal to be an escort, I don't think. And it's like someone's paying for your time, and what you do once they have your time is fine.
Right, and like that's the only thing I can think of when I watch Pretty Woman. I'm like, she's like technically a criminal, but like she's a nice girl.
Yeah, and it's like she's just using her body.
Yeah, I've never agreed with
money.
prostitution being illegal.
No, I think it should be illegal because I think it would lead to much, much worse things and like really sad things.
Okay, so sorry.
I hope really interesting things are happening.
I know. By the way, I'm going to turn my phone off after
I'm
this.
gonna
But there's a guy in
confiscate
the
it.
comments who's basically saying that. But honestly, it's a compliment because I said famous people should be allowed to buy sex, and he said I'm famous. So like, for example, like, do I want to buy sex?
But
Thanks, Bobby.
But you would only want to buy sex from another famous person, right?
No, from only Kate Upton, and not sex, just kiss on the lips.
Right, like they're buying sex from like
Regular,
low-level
commoners.
commoners. So I don't find that exciting. Speaking
Yeah.
of buying sex, Lamar Odom was not involved in the Queen's Hooters shooting. This story is so crazy.
What?
Former NBA star Lamar Odom escaped injury when gunfire erupted between his pals and another group outside a Queen's Hooters, police said. The 38-year-old ex-husband of Khloe Kardashian and his pals were at an outdoor table of the Fresh Meadows Palace Eatery when members of his entourage got into a squabble with the other group around 12:30 a.m. last Thursday.
Oh, God.
Police said witnesses reported seeing a man from the other group pull out a handgun and fire several shots into the air before fleeing. No one was struck, cops said, and Odom did not appear to be an intended target or involved in the dispute. The retired Laker posted a message on Instagram about the scary incident. I want to let my fans know that I am okay. Thank you for your messages, and I will try to respond to as many fans as I can.
Lamar Odom, relax. You don't have fans.
Just to share the truth here with you all, I was near the scene when it happened and not involved in any way. Thanks, Lamar Odom, he added. Oh, thanks, Lamar Odom, to let you know that he wrote it.
Okay.
This is just so crazy.
You know what's so sad?
I thought we reported that he was moving to Europe or Asia.
Yeah, China. You know what's so
China.
sad for like forever for Khloe Kardashian is that Lamar Odom will always be referred to as her ex-husband. Like she'll never be able to distance herself from the shit show that is Lamar
Is a
Odom.
stain on her name.
No, he is like a shit stain.
On the name. A stain on the name.
A stain.
But that's like wild. A shooting at Hooters? Like, you guys, come on, there's titties. Like,
Totally.
be happy.
I used to think like when we were kids, like Hooters was like literally a strip club, and having been to one, it's literally just a restaurant and the girls wear tight shirts. It's like not a big deal.
And it's really not a big deal. And they wear like nurse sneakers. It's like
I
couldn't
love
be less sexy.
I love how Britney Cartwright has become literally like the national face of Hooters because she spoke about it. She worked there and she spoke about it a lot on Vanderpump Rules.
And
then
should
she literally got in with corporate. She hosted Miss Hooter,
That's epic.
which is like a pageant that they hold or some shit. Like good for her.
And like now she really could be Miss Hooter because
they should go on a tour with her or like something.
something. Did you see that she lost 25 pounds?
She looks so good. And honestly, like, I feel like I can't explain it, and it's like a weird thing to say, but like, I really like when celebrities like gain weight because like it just humanizes them. Like everyone, like you could be rich and famous, but like we all can't stop gaining weight. Like it equalizes all of us. So I just think it was really cool how she was like open about it, and like she like got really upset, and like she I don't know. I just think the way she went about it was like cool and responsible. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say diet.
I watched Real Housewives of Orange County. We got to
Let's go.
talk. Let's go. Okay. Kelly Dodd is my favorite housewife currently.
Same.
She was on Watch What Happens Live with Bridget Everett.
Oh my God. I've been missing Watch What Happens
And
Live.
she was literally, they were being so funny. And like, they're both so funny, and I expected them to like have more
Clash.
chemistry. And they didn't. They were just being funny in their own way and like barely like recognized.
Engaging.
I think they were both just so caught up in themselves.
Yeah. Bridget Everett is honestly like an epic human being.
Epic.
She is like, she's a legend.
She's a legend. So Orange County is good. I'm looking forward to the revving up of the season. Vicky is out of control. Like
That last scene was so out of control. Like, I can't imagine being friends with someone like, yes, every friends, they have disagreements, but being friends with someone who's so out of tune with reality is like, it's so frustrating. I don't know how they're friends with her.
Here's what Vicky, this is what happened to Vicky. She is friends with Michael, friends with Kelly. She set Michael up with a new woman, and then she said to herself, I'm staying out of it. And so that's how she's been justifying not telling Kelly anything. But once you've set them up, you're in it. And it is your duty as a friend.
And by the way, she can't stay out of it. They went on a double date. Did you hear that?
Right, no. So you can't be like, I'm staying out of it, do all these things, but I'm staying out of it. Once you do all these things, you're in it, and now you have a responsibility to Kelly if you're her friend. Imagine if Brooks met a woman at
Kelly.
a party at Kelly's house, and Kelly was going on double dates with them. Vicky would have burned her apartment to the ground.
And honestly, I've really always been like, not team Vicky, but I've never hated her. Like, I really, like, I'm on her side, like, was like empathetic. And like, even though when everyone hated her, I hated her too, but like, I was still like rooting for her. This is like, Kelly Dodd is the only person that can make me hate Vicky. And Kelly is Vicky's so stupid because of all the people like that she burned. She really should not burn Kelly because Vicky's relevance in this group has everything to do with Kelly. And last season when all the girls were loving Kelly, she didn't drop Vicky. She could have. When everyone finally accepted Kelly, she dragged Vicky with her when she could have just let her go and been with the cool girls.
Totally.
She didn't. She's being so stupid, Vicky. And that conversation was so frustrating.
And honestly, I would not want to cross Kelly Dodd, especially not if I was once her best friend, and I'm sure she knows some shit about Vicky.
Mm-hmm.
You know she's not keeping that to herself. Once she's angry, like, she's going to explode. And I think the only person that can appropriately take down Vicky Gunvalson is Kelly Dodd. Because
this is Lisa Vanderpump and Kyle Richards.
Ruthless. Like, because Shannon and Tamara, like, even when they're in a fight with Vicky, it's like they just stay above the line. They state facts.
Yeah.
Like, it's this versus this. Kelly is like a machete.
Below the belt.
Like, she's going to destroy her, and I cannot wait.
Me
and
too.
I'm just upset that now Vicky's going to Mexico with Tamara and Shannon because Kelly deserves to be there. It should be Kelly.
Is Kelly not there?
No, because they just thought to invite Vicky because they're like the Mexico crew.
on delays. What else happened in the episode? Because that fight was literally the last 5 minutes.
Eddie and
Oh
Vicky.
my God. Eddie is a woman. Like,
Wait,
honestly,
also-
no, sorry. That is an insult to women. He's such like a baby. Like, first of all, he needs to understand two things. One, like, if Tamara can forgive Vicky for all the terrible things, like, you can forgive her for like the one thing she said. Two, like, it's not about you. Like, relax. Literally him being such a baby, making the whole episode about him at the dinner, like at the meal, I literally wanted to punch him in the face. And then when he was laughing at Vicky, when she was actually giving like a really sweet, heartfelt Bible belt apology, I didn't even know what she was talking about. Like, he was laughing at her, that was so mean. Like, and she was crying, and then like when she like kept going, he like finally was like getting more serious about it, but like laughing in her face, I really fucking hate Eddie.
And three, like making it about him when it's like, okay, regardless of how you feel about Vicky, like you guys are doing a job. This is a show. Your wife literally depends on this show, and you know what? Her relationships with the women have a lot to do with her employment. So get the fuck over it. And you know what? If it's not true, who gives a shit?
Right. The fact that he's like getting so angry about it is like cause for concern.
And like that he's not gonna let Tamara hang out with Vicky. Like, this is her job. Like, and because of that, you own a gym. Like,
yeah. Oh, please,
have
like you would ever.
Like, you have so much to be grateful. And honestly, Vicky kept this show afloat for so long that the least you can do is just move on.
Vicky paid for your fucking heart surgery, dude. Like, please.
And also him like refusing to give up working out. Like, I will just never understand.
Totally. I can't stand people like
he
that.
would rather, like, God forbid, die than to stop working
then miss
out
one
forever.
class with two people. By the way, no one's ever at Cut Fitness. Ever. I've never seen another person there besides Tamara.
Like,
I've never seen someone there.
And also, if you love working out so much and like this is what thrills you, you still own a gym. Like, you can do this for so many other people. You can train them without getting your heart rate up. Like, and like that's so selfish. Like, you have a family.
I can't with Eddie. Does Eddie have kids besides? Without Tamara?
I don't think so.
I don't think so too. It's
but
kinda
like,
weird.
you have a family.
No, yeah. Like,
he's just like
he's
such
so
a big
unreasonable.
baby. She like when the food came and he like literally cut Tamara off mid-sentence to like go sit down. Like, okay, you're so winded, but you're gonna go do a Soul Cycle? I don't understand.
No, when they were doing that boot camp, I was just like, go home. I can't even relate on any level to people who like would literally like go into cardiac arrest just for a workout.
Like, it's your doctor is telling you to stop working out. Like, that's a dream.
Yeah.
I would do anything to hear that.
And you still can promote your he's with the agency, but the agency is actually successful. I don't know how Cut Fitness stays in business, but him always with the hats and the shirts, he doesn't get enough shit for that. Everyone gives Mauricio and Kyle shit for like having the agency posters, all over their house.
That's because the agency's successful.
Right now people are resentful, but like, that's true.
If the Cut Fitness were successful, they'd be like, stop wearing it.
If they were like franchising
If
it.
Skinny Girl wasn't successful, they wouldn't be mad at her for posting her embarrassing brand everywhere, but it's not embarrassing, so
because
they're mad.
it's rich. It's 150 mil.
Just the liquor part.
Right. No, I'm saying that's what she got bought for. I'm so curious about her finances.
Okay, I've thought
Because
about.
here's what we know.
Here's what we know. She sold the liquor portion of her business to a major liquor distributor for 150 mil, or was it 120?
By the way, that's so funny that you said that because when I was going to speak, I was going to say it's 120 or 150.
I believe it's 120 because that's what I was thinking before. She sold just the liquor part, but she kept ownership of the brand and then spun brand out into food, everything. I buy her popcorn. She has lollipops. She has like meals.
Jeans now.
Jeans, everything. So all of that stuff, she owns 100%.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she only sold the liquor portion, which is doing so well, and she still has, like, she didn't just sell it off completely, like, it's a partnership.
I'm surprised, like, literally internet trolls haven't come after her for using the word skinny.
I thought the same thing, and also, like, she's doing an inclusive line of jeans, but they're called Skinny Girl
Yeah,
jeans.
it's a little misleading. I mean, I think the name's cute, and I don't really care, but, like, if I can't say the word diet, she can't say the word
Like,
skinny.
if she's tried to start Skinny Girl today,
yeah, no,
goodbye.
And by the way, you know what's really crazy? Is, like, and I know they have fought about it before, but, like, Luann really came up with the name Skinny Girl, and it's on camera.
but I really don't think so. Like, Bethany's been saying, like, this is a Skinny Girl margarita, haha, like, I'm like a skinny whatever. And Luann, like, she was just like, what did she say even?
She said Skinny Girl. No, she said it first. There's literally video proof.
I find that to be so annoying, like.
I know.
No, like, I don't think Luann came up with it, like, at all. It's nice for her to think that she did, but she didn't.
Whatever.
No, I mean, even if Bethany has been saying, like, this, like, she made this margarita, it's skinny version, it's a skinny version, it's a skinny version, Luann calls it Skinny Girl. Oh my God, Skinny Girl, great name. Like, I still don't think it's Luann.
You know, and, like, honestly, a name is one thing, but, like, to build a $300 million business is a whole other thing.
As a housewife?
Right. By yourself, like a single girl, it's so impressive. I have nothing but the utmost respect for Bethany. And what I've heard from, you know, me and Bethany have some mutual friends, is that everyone really fucking comes for her in the reunion, but she really stood her own. And, like, she held up in court.
She needs us there for her.
Totally. I feel like I'm out here in the comments of every post battling for Bethany.
Oh my God, and it's, like, so.
I can't believe that there are people in this world who don't agree with me.
And like every time we have someone here who's Team Carol, like, I just look at them differently. So it's now Darren, Steven, and Kristen. Every co-host I've had, I go at it with them.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I need to bring on in August some.
However, Bridget Everett is Team Bethany, which means we're right.
We have got to get Bridget Everett on the show.
She would
you
probably
guys
do
go. She would do it. Go flood Bridget Everett's Instagram. Like, honestly, she's so epic in every way, and I just really feel like comic to comic, I could learn a lot from her.
Oh, for sure.
What time is it?
I don't even know.
I have a comedy class.
11:30. Okay, and I just had one more thing to say about the new Housewives.
Terrible.
Chessie is fine, but it's weird that in the
Chessie is Emily Simpson, the girl who wants more babies.
and if you are
that
a
was
toaster,
such a sad scene.
if you're a toaster, I will not be referring to her anything other than Chessie. So get on board.
Yeah, totally. That was a really sad scene.
That was a really sad scene, and the fact that they're fighting in their first scene filming together does not bode well. I think a lot of women come on the show to get divorced, and I think a lot of husbands put their wives on the show
to give them a life.
to keep them busy while they're filing for divorce. So I think that's, like, I don't know if Chessie and her husband are going to get divorced. Clearly, they have some strange arrangement where they got married over GChat. But the thing about the embryos was really sad.
And I just want to say something. They were literally eating at a diner. I was thinking she's all dressed up in her Sunday best, and she's ordering fish tacos at a diner?
And no one's gonna agree with me on this, but there's an angle at which they film her where she looks like Alexis Bellino, and you're not gonna see it, and maybe one day you will, but I'm telling you, she is a combination of Chessie and Alexis Bellino. Just look out for it.
What OC needs to do is what they did with Bethany. They need to bring back, like, someone who was wronged. They need to bring back Gretchen.
No, but she's so thirsty, it would be too annoying.
It would be too, like,
honestly,
handbag
Alexis
promotion.
Bellino, single Alexis Bellino.
Yeah, like there was a time.
I liked her.
Me too. There was a time when OC was the best show on TV, like with the Gretchen.
Because it was also the only show on TV.
That's true.
So Chessie and her husband fighting was really sad, and like it's just a little way too personal. And it's like, this is Real Housewives. Like, can we be fighting over a necklace? Like,
yeah.
I don't want to fight about your embryos. Like, I'm sad now.
No, it was really sad.
9 embryos, and also, oh God, but I don't even know. It's just too sad.
And I didn't think that they were more so fighting. I just thought he was like being a dick and like super dismissive.
But they have 5 kids.
No,
like,
it's enough.
It's a lot, and they both work. Like, how?
And like what basically he was saying is like, we went through so much like for the first 3 kids because the sister carried them, and like she had how many miscarriages did she say she had?
She had 5 miscarriages. She was pregnant with twins for 4 months until she miscarried. She had to go into labor. Like, that's heartache.
It's so sad, and so I totally get her wanting to have more.
But I also get him like not wanting to go through that again.
Yeah, no, they're both entitled to their feelings, but I just always love when people talk about their fertility issues like publicly, because I feel like it's so sad, like, and I just feel like it happens to more people than you would think. And like, just if someone's talking about it like on a public forum, it makes you feel like you're less alone. I don't know.
Yeah, but it was just getting a little too Real Housewives.
Yeah, no, it was very real for their first scene together. And honestly, I was just, and I don't know what happened to me. I must have like fallen asleep in the first episode because I did not see him. But when she said he's half Mormon, half Persian, I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, what is he gonna look like? And then he's mad cute.
He's mad cute. They're mad cute. I don't totally get it yet, but still, there's more to come. And then the Princess of Long Island.
Lisa is her name?
I do not
Gina.
know.
I don't know why I'm getting, who's Lisa?
Beats me.
Gina. She's awful.
She is just, no, she's not awful, and I feel like she might be funny and like have moments, so I'm fine. But she was like, had a lit candle sitting on her bed.
Jackie on a tray. I thought the same thing.
And
it's like obviously
3
she
young kids were-
bought new decor for her first
And
day
didn't
filming.
know where to put the candle. She put it on her bed. Are you trying to burn your house
on a
down?
wobbly blanket. Like there was a throw blanket and then on a tray. It was
Like-
so weird.
I was like, and then she had another candle burning somewhere else that her like little kid was playing with, and it's like, you're giving me anxiety. Like, blow your candles out, then film.
I don't want to be bitchy, but like I really feel like the Real Housewives franchise is supposed to be of aspirational people with like wonderful lives, nice jewelry, big houses, nice cars, and like this girl Lisa's life like seems horrible. Her husband's never
I
around.
really don't think her name is Lisa.
What the hell's her name? Gina. Sorry, Gina. Her life seems terrible. Like I didn't envy her life at all. Like she was alone, raising her kids without her husband 5 out of 7 days a week, and her house was tiny. Like,
yeah.
This show is supposed to be aspirational.
I don't mind the fact that her husband works somewhere else is actually like an interesting twist.
Yes.
And if she were living in this big palace, like alone, you know, and she gets to like be alone 5 days a week, wear no makeup, and like do her thing, like that's kind of interesting. But like now it's sad. It's just making me sad.
No, now I was sad.
And
Like,
she
I like
feels-
to look at big